because you don't want it, we have no choice but to call you an American, African American. This, that, and the other. Right? But that's what you want anyway. But once you come into that understanding, you're no longer an Oreo. Come kick it, my nigga. Let's go play basketball. You want us. Right?
Verse 13. But now in Mashiach Yahawashai, ye who sometimes were far off are made nigh by the blood of Mashiach.
Some of y'all were far off, you were made nigh. Now, when Yahushua died on the cross, or when Yahushua came for his people, it's like, if you believe it literally, it's like saying you were in Greece, and then your body just started like a magnet, just started moving towards Jerusalem. That's not it at all. Through his sacrifice, that understanding was put out there. Paul got the understanding from Yahushua and pushed it to those people. And a lot of those people, in my assumption, they saw him and they knew who he was, because Paul oversaw the death of Stephen, I believe. So they saw him and they said, how the hell is this guy? But to those with that understanding, they said, you know what? Damn, that's real. That's real, because I'm fucked up too. Someone might be like, shit, I know if he can make it. You know what I'm saying? But some were like, nah, it can't be the truth because he's doing it. That's how they see us. And that's how we see each other. You have these are brothers right here. One might come in the truth, and the other brother look at him like, you know what? I can see it. I can see that. Right? But it might be the opposite way. Man, he don't know shit. I know him. That's my brother. I know all the dirt he did. You know what I'm saying? And people look at it like, he ain't quite got that. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm using different examples, but I hope y'all are getting the understanding of what I'm saying. Go ahead.
Verse 14. For he is our peace, who have made both one and have broken down the middle wall of partition.
That's right. So when you're dealing with Yahushua, it always should make you, his sacrifice should be what grounds you in the truth. So, and when I think about that, it always brings me to like, okay, you got to handle yourself correctly in every situation, especially out here. That's why I try to be a little more mindful as interrupting a brother, you know, because you at home, you studying, you want to bring out your lesson. I don't want to just come up here, you know, ramshack your shit. You know what I'm saying? Throwing my when you preaching, I'm doing the precepts I want to preach, not what you want. What I'm saying is the Lord, his sacrifice makes me understand that, hey man, you know, you ain't got it. You ain't got it. You are supposed to be out here trying to get it. So you have to be kind. You have to be gentle. Right? You ain't got it. I didn't go up on the cross for y'all. I'm out here struggling just like y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's through his sacrifice, not ours. It's not because I come into the truth. Now the Gentile understand everybody should get it. That's not it. I'm just a man trying to make it. Now I've been in the camp a little bit longer than others, so there's a certain rank or order that comes with that. And I deal with that. So it goes for everybody. A man just came into camp, of course, he's not going to have the same stature that I have. But I'm not going to boast myself up against you, because Yahushua is that ultimate sacrifice, not me. Not me. I got to study to show myself approved, right? If I don't study, I'll be out here just rambling off, just saying what I want to say. And you've seen that time and time again in these different camps. The jacket pops up. It was just a beautiful thing how the Lord used that jacket to weed brothers out and to also expose those who were thinking themselves to be too high. Because all of a sudden you see the jacket like, boom, now I got this chance, I'm gonna go up against the apostles. Even if you felt a certain way about that jacket, that shouldn't take away the fact that those were the men that toiled years and years in this truth to get you to understand it. So if you are going to say something, don't you think there's a certain way to go about it? Right? If you were on the team with Ray Lewis, the team captain of the Baltimore Ravens for his whole career, right? I think so. If you're a quarterback, your first year in the league, and Ray Lewis missed a tackle, what, you gonna come over there? You're not gonna do that shit. It's gonna be a certain way that you go about that. Right? Y'all understand the example I'm trying to?
Verse 15, having abolished in his flesh the enmity, even the law of commandments continue in ordinances, for to make in himself.
That's right. And we can kind of stop on that. You jump back to Matthew 7 for me. Just 15. Just start at 15.
Matthew.
We're going to reverse gears and go back to where we was at. I'm going to end it off on this. I know brother
This is Matthew chapter 7.
ready to go McDonald's. Go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 7, verse 15.
We don't eat McDonald's.
I saw it, bro. No, I'm go ahead, man.
Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves.
So somebody that's teaching you that the so-called white man could be saved, which there's camps that are out there calling themselves Hebrew Israelites, saying that the white man can be saved. That's a ravenous wolf. And the camp that I'm talking about is GOCC. And their elder, their teacher, I believe he was in the old school, so he knows that's not true for a fact. But he went off into his own understanding. And now he's teaching that madness. That's a ravenous wolf. Go ahead, Art, if you got a precept.
No, you good. Verse 16. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles?
No, you don't go to the grapevine to get thorns. You go to the grapevine to get grapes to either eat or make your wine. Right? Read that part again.
This is Matthew chapter 7, verse 16. Ye shall know them by their fruits.
Now, if you see the fruit of some of those camps, their fruit is out here talking about mermaids. Their fruit is out here talking about the fallen Nephilim, the giants, and all that kind of madness. Right?
A lot of us just attesting to what you're saying, because we actually have relatives by marriage in the GOCC camp, you know, talking about the fruit and everything. They're supposed to be fruit of, what's his name, Rakah, but they still smoking weed 24/7. And these are people that actually wear the white garments and the things on their head, tarps, whatever the heck it is, wearing on their heads, man. They smoking weed 24/7, man. You know, just go, man. That's beautiful you brought that out, bro.
And it's a doctrine for them. It's a doctrine to be able to do it, to justify it.
Yep.
Because you can't justify it with the scriptures, right? Smoking, you already know. Now, we'll leave marijuana, cannabis alone in and of itself, but smoking something, you already know that's destroying your body.
Right.
You got scripture speaking against that, but you got camps out there that want to do it their way. You in the world and you living in the world and you doing certain things that feel good to you, and when you come into the truth, you don't want to put off that old man. You want to be able to continue to do those things because you don't want to be uncomfortable. You don't want to lose your stature in the world. So they have those doctrines of smoking weed and keeping your dreadlocks. When the Corinthians, it clearly tells you that long hair is a shame to a man. Right? Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 7, verse 16. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles?
They got just crazy fruit. Just they fruit. You look at them like, man, you don't know nothing about the truth. You calling yourself a Hebrew Israelite? It sounds like you ain't read the Bible not one time. Go ahead.
Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit.
Now, when you saying something and people listen, right? So you got people coming up to you, but just because you have those people coming up to you, that doesn't mean that what you're saying is true and correct. That doesn't mean that it's a popularity contest. Because you look at GOCC, from what I've seen, they got crazy numbers out there. But their fruit is horrible. You see some of their guys, they like clowns out there, man. They don't, like I said, it's like you want to ask them, bro, have you even read the Bible before? Or you just out here talking? You know what I mean? Keep going.
Verse 18. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. Neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit.
That's right.
Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down.
So you're gonna see a falling away of these, what I like to call whack-ass camps. You're gonna see a falling away of those because that tree has to get hewn down. It has to go because they out here like I said, talking about mermaids. Now who the hell got time enough to study a mermaid? And then there's one thing about I was kind of talking to a chick that was with the GOCC camp, and she want to go into the rape doctrine, which I can easily prove with the scriptures. So I'm like, okay, tell me about these mermaids. I want to know. So we going back and forth. I'm like, no, I don't want to hear that. Tell me a mermaid. Show me an example of a mermaid on the earth. And that in and of itself. Ain't no proof of no mermaid walking around. Right? You got dinosaurs, all kind of stuff. When they got a mermaid museum? When have you seen that?
My bad, bro. But it's funny, like, when you bringing out mermaids, fine and dandy. How is that edifying Israel? How is our people getting edified on the Lord and His coming? You know what I'm saying? You teaching about mermaids and planets and shit like that. How they ain't real, man. Teach about the name, man, the real name. Teach about the Lord. What these mermaids got to do with anything, man? This is funny to me, man.
That's a great point. Now they throwing the book of Jasher in the conversation. I'm like, well, that's all and cool. But tell me about this mermaid. Tell me more about that. I want to know about that. They telling you about stuff that's on Mars. Well, how do you know about the stuff on Mars? And they go so long to get to the end of that line, and you could just walk away from it. You can just walk away because that doctrine is whack, right?
Can I say something? That's where the scripture is going into. Basically, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Okay, just because just like the brother was saying, he asked, well, tell me about the mermaid, or tell me about the stars and the moon, or whatever. They was getting confounded. They can't even tell you about the mermaids. So basically, because their elders can't even break down the mermaid. It was just some Paradise Lost BS. Must have had a dream or something about a mermaid on the planet Ishtar or something. That's right. And then he considered it a revelation because it's nowhere in the scriptures.
That is correct, my brother. Tell me about that mermaid. I want to know. Tell me all you know about a mermaid. And she getting mad and shit because she know I'm being facetious, but really, like, okay, you saying I'm a rapist, I can prove to you that I'm not. Prove to me this mermaid doctrine. Impossible. You talking to a somewhat intelligent person. Nobody believes what you're saying. You making a fool out of yourself and this conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the elders called a sophomore. Okay, when the elders broke down that word sophomore, sophomore is a sophisticated moron.
Argumentative.
Okay, you have a level of understanding, you have a level of education, but it's at a novice level, man.
Yep.
You don't have that's why there's levels to the scriptures, man.
That's right.
Okay, that's why you go from the freshman, okay, you're a freshman, to the man that's to the educated moron, to the junior, to the senior. The majority of these camps are still stuck on the educated moron, man. Trying to combat the elders who are seniors.
That's right. You go from a senior to an associate, to a bachelor, and then to a master, and so on and so on. I just want to add my little.
You right. I'm done.
I know that too, bro. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 7, verse 18.
I saw the same YouTube video. Go ahead.
The good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit.
That's impossible. That's against the order of what the Lord set forth in the earth. The tree that is good, the knowledge is always going to be good. The tree that is bad, everything that comes from that tree is going to be bad. You can't confuse one with the other. If it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, it's good. If your doctrine is true and in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you will bring forth good fruit. And your fruit will remain. But if it's bad, then you'll see bad fruit. And your fruit will get cut down. Go ahead.
Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them.
That's right. And that's kind of what we're talking about. These are examples of that one particular church, GOCC. You know, is there's any more? That's kind of it on that, right?
Pretty much the next one's talking about everyone that calls my name shall I enter into.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's kind of it on that. But anybody got anything they want to add? Anything? No? Once again, all praises to Yahweh,
Hashem,
Yahweh, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessing to the elect and the brothers out there pushing the word. Shalom.